Get it off your chest again. Our favorite segment. You guys, I will say, everything is about sex. Like, damn.
What are you talking about?
On Twitter, all people can talk about is sex.
I mean, it's Twitter.
Which is funny because I saw a tweet from another person posting a confession. And they were like, damn, like moving countries is so different because like coming from a country where relationships are based off of like emotions and real love.
Morals and shit.
Right, but in the U.S., it's all about sex. And it's like, we going outside.
Shit.
Like,
I don't know.
Other countries, they're not just, I mean, I'm sure people are trying to get in your pants. There's different kind of people. But they're like, damn, like, it's hard out here. I want some love. And everyone just wants some cooch or some peen.
Hey, man, it be like that. Sometimes you just need some cooch or some peen.
All right.
You know? Like, damn.
Time out for you. Segment, get off your chest. Number 1. Mm-hmm. The dude I was seeing was using a bidet, and I asked him if he was gay, and he got mad as hell.
He should. You know what? I'm glad he did, because she's dumb as shit. What does that mean?
What does that have to do with anything?
That's such a... Oh, so you clean your ass? Are you gay? Like...
Right. And the second part, if you're a straight man with things going up your butt, it's a reasonable question. What?
Does she not realize that it's water going up your bum?
And does she realize it's not going up your butt? Like,
it's just hitting your butt.
Right, it's cleaning your ass.
She's making it seem like you got a water dildo in your ass.
Right? You know how hard it is to actually get something up your butthole? That takes effort.
Okay, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah, you would?
See, why would you say that on camera? Everyone gonna think something different now.
Oh, he's not.
Stop. It's too late. Keep going.
Well, yeah, I think that was such an ignorant ass comment.
Hell yeah, man. My boy, he said, I remember when I moved up to New York, I moved in with my homeboy. Like, they had a bidet. Mm-hmm. And, like, at first, I never used the bidet, so I was like, ooh, you know, questioning, like,
I'm not gay, I can't clean my butt.
Just spray, like, yeah, bro, like, you need water to clean stuff, you know, you don't clean dishes dry as hell. I'm just like, you know what, you make sense. And then one of my other homeboys was like, damn, bro, you like shit in the ass. And I'm like, actually, the exact opposite.
Right.
I don't like shit in my ass.
Because this just goes to show what kind of people you like messing with. You like them stinky booties. Because some people won't even open the butt cheeks and let water go through when they shower.
I hope that man, like, really gave it to her. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, I would have been like, if I was a guy, I'd have been like, you a dirty ass. Oh, like, what do you mean? That's some shit
where you like,
Right.
You look a little funny, like, what you mean?
Like, so what? If you use a bidet, are you lesbian? Like,
that's hilarious.
Like, what are you getting at? But okay. Number 2. I was sleeping with this one girl for over 2 years on the side. And when she started talking about marriage, I had to cut her off. What?
Oh, he said, we moving too fast. Slow down.
Sleeping with her for 2 years.
He said on the side, so does he have a girlfriend?
That's what I was getting at, too. I was like, on the side? What does on the side mean?
What, 2 years? Like, what? No, bro. This either he's been, like, gaslighting the shit out of her, like, telling her, like, oh, we're gonna be together and shit like that.
Probably, because there's no way you just keep going.
And she's just, like, she's talking about marriage now, and it's been exclusively Nah.
Yeah, because you can't just go from, I know what this is, to, so when are we getting married? You know, like, you had to be telling her something.
And the fact that this man had the audacity to come onto the internet afterwards talking about
exposing yourself.
Talking about it like this, like, acting like we would agree with him.
Like, that is crazy.
Nah, man, you a villain.
Right, because there was this one story, this one girl, like, posted, like, oh, you know, my man never really asked me to be his girlfriend or his wife. We just lived together. We've been together for, like, 15 years. We have, like, 2 to 3 kids. Like, he's never asked me a thing. We just one day shacked up and, you know.
Going outside. I want more for people.
More. Next one. Sometimes I get excited walking behind a girl that's smoking. because it allows me to inhale the air that just came out of her mouth.
Oh my God.
That's, you going outside.
You need to go touch some grass.
Right? He's like, ooh.
I would say you need to go outside, but you a menace to society. You need to be locked inside for that.
Out here like peeping who's smoking and running that behind
prison.
them. Right? Like that is so weird. Like those people who are like, oh, I can't never get no happiness in my life. It's because you act like this. Like, why do you act like that?
Because you act like this, like literally.
You have the weirdest fucking kinks. Like there was this one guy on like TLC or something whose weird addiction is tuna. And he's on a date with a beautiful woman. Canned tuna. Like, he's obsessed with it. He has to eat it, like, every 5 minutes.
He eating it off her body and some shit like that one
he just
court
has
case?
Cans of tuna on him.
That's crazy.
And he loves tuna so much that he puts it on his skin.
God, what?
You know, they're sitting down at the bar, like, trying to meet, you know, like, let's date or something to see if they like each other. And he's like, all right, look. I've been through this before, so I want to lay it out on the table for you. I'm addicted to tuna. And she was like, well, I mean, you did smell kind of fishy when I walked over here.
Self-awareness.
Is that what that is? And he's like, yeah, like, I love tuna. He takes out a can. He starts cracking it open. You want some? She's like, I'm good. And he's just...
I truthfully
Can you live with this?
I truthfully don't even remember what the get it off my chest was. We just talking about tuna now.
Weird shit.
Oh, I guess.
Just weird guys.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what were we doing? What was
what are you talking about? What did you ask me?
Where did tuna come from? But okay, I get it.
It's just weird. And they'd be like, I can't find love. And you're like...
That's why.
I wonder why.
No, that shit is crazy.
Next one. I slept with my professor to pass only for him to blackmail me into continuing with him for 2 years. I have a child now. And I don't know if it's his or my cousin's.
Oh my God. I remember you saying this one.
Like, that last part completely, bro, like, that what?
Shit, it's so funny because it just catches you just out of nowhere because you gotta worry. You're worrying about the first part, like damn, like blackmail. You passed the class, but then cousin. I gotta be Alabama State.
Hey, it's not that far from home. I know some people like
but
that.
But that's funny as hell. The blackmail. I mean, it's almost like I wouldn't want to say reasonable because I don't want it to be like a norm, an okay thing for people to like take advantage of other people. Mm-hmm. But you know what?
You started it.
Exactly. It was her. First of all, taking advantage of the teacher trying to pass the class with her body, and then he said, "Who can play at this game, sweetie?"
Exactly. He said, "Until you graduate, we going."
Damn, son. He said, "Here's your graduation present." So you know what?
And I feel like legally, if she finished that class with him, oh well, technically, I guess the blackmail would just ruin her reputation. So it's not like he was gonna like go back and change her grades from last semester, but maybe just get her expelled, ruin her reputation.
Easy. It's way too easy, especially nowadays. Information is just, dropped everywhere. Like, you can't go a day without gathering some sort of vital information about somebody nowadays.
And, like, you will get expelled. Cancel culture? Not a joke no more. Last one. I just moved into my dorm. And after our parents left, my roommate and I confessed that we're virgins and decided to change that.
You know what? I honestly don't hate it. I'm not even mad. Like, it's honestly, I'm so okay with that just because, like, it's like, they're like, bro, we're here. Like, ain't no way, like, we're going to be in college virgins. Like, I'm a virgin too. Like, shit. What we doing about it?
I was just like, not that it really matters. Are they same-sex dorms? Like, opposite-sex dorms?
I mean, it probably... some colleges do have, like, the co-ed where you can have, like, man and woman.
I feel like that's so dangerous.
It's, they they get what they bargained for type
right.
beat. They get what they bargained for, but nah, yeah, like... But from the sound of it, it does sound like same-sex, low-key.
Hey... They both swing the same way. And that's all for our Get It Off the Chest segment. Only because there were so many tweets about sex. I was like, I'm sick of y'all. Find something else
To
to talk
talk
about. Like, get a personality. Do something
That's
other
hilarious.
than have sex.
That's hilarious.
Like, people don't do anything but think about sex and who they're going to have sex with next.
You?
The silence was loud. I was like, I'll beat your butt. Ooh, so next, there's this video on TikTok right now that's going viral.
Right.
And it's because we're not going to pin it on race, but I'm just going to say there's a black couple and there's a white couple being interviewed by, the little phone interview, like they pull up on people in the street and question them. And it's going viral based off the different responses by these two men. And it's really making people think.
Okay. Well, thank goodness.
Because I was like, after hearing, you'll see, obviously, who everyone favors. But after hearing that man's reaction, and the other guy was so manipulative, let's just watch it. Roll the tapes.
This one right here?
Yeah.
How much did you spend on her wedding ring?
That's a lot.
How much you spent on a wedding ring? Okay.
I mean, show it. I mean, go ahead.
Did it say in Miami?
It's a decent amount.
Miami,
So if you look at like a
Florida.
3-carat diamond, it's a decent amount I spent on her. But she deserves even more.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
but realistically, numbers-wise, what we talking?
I mean, how much was it? 35K? 35K, yeah.
$35,000.
Damn.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you
I mean, put
as
down
a
a
gesture.
down payment on a house.
What does he get in return?
Mortgage, damn.
I think I should answer that.
Well, he's taking
So
over.
I get a partner that's loyal. I get the mother of my children.
Oh.
I get the most beautiful woman that I've ever been
Man.
around. And the most important thing is how she treats me and how she treats my family and how she treats her family.
Okay.
So for me,
Right?
I have a partner for life, and it's worth every investment there is.
I never
Okay.
thought such an answer could come
But a
out
lot
of
of
a
people would
man's
say-
mouth. Like,
You could have the same thing, a partner for life, the mother of your kids, without dropping 35K on a ring.
You could, and money's not an issue. Like if you can get a cheap ring and it's the person that's for you, whatever. But it also depends on how much you
man's
make.
just
So
speaking
you
from
make a lot,
money,
you drop a lot on them, that's
he
totally fine, but you drop
he's
a lot on your
comfortable.
partner,
That's
totally
how
fine,
you could
but
just
at the end
tell.
of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you drop on your partner, as long as the relationship between you two is very special and how much you guys care about each other is the most important.
Damn, she
And-
mopped
No,
that
no.
nigga
Do you
up.
have any like expectations
Mopped
as far as
him
the
up
more
after,
you're not even
bro.
talking, I just love his answer that I'm just not even saying anything.
This man is hitting all the notes,
bro.
bro.
Like, how much was this? That doesn't matter. He just gave me something that he wanted to put on me to make me his wife, and
Hey!
it happens to be something that he really spent a lot on. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
I
don't care.
I don't know.
With my partner for life, and that's what matters to me.
How old are you guys?
Oh, God.
I'm 36.
Hold on, I gotta pause that. I gotta pause that. Yo, she is.
She didn't have to say anything. He took over. And he asked the girl. So how
Actually,
much?
no, I can answer that.
Yeah, don't come for her. I treat my woman how I want to. I don't care about how much it costs.
Yeah, he said like if you he said that was actually a great answer.
It's
just
how
top
much
to bottom.
Because if you are just forcing marriage on someone you don't even love, of course you're not gonna try. But when you love someone, you care to ask them like, what design do you like?
You do what
What's
you
your
can.
favorite, right?
You can tell what's your best. Like it's like if a millionaire gives you $100 versus a bum giving you 10, like it's the big difference. Like that 10 is basically all the bum. I don't use the word bum, but yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Of course, get married when you're financially responsible because you don't want to just drop money in the ring you can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
But like you mentioned, if a guy only has $500 to his name, but he spends like
$400 to get you a ring,
right?
Like that's care. That's heart.
And if he cares to ask you like what you like, what kind of style do you like, how much bling do you want, versus going to Walmart getting you a ring and then like manipulating you like, oh, so you're ungrateful? Oh, you don't like what I got you?
And you know
what? Oh,
what?
it doesn't matter what kind of ring it is. The fact that I bought one.
And the fact that she's dope too, because at first they were talking about it and she didn't want to like show off and stunt it. Like he was the one that was like, show him, go ahead, show him. That's, you know what? hats off to them.
She didn't want to get robbed. She was like, "Is it okay, babe? He might snatch it off my finger."
They looked very happy, and you know what? Like I said, that man is getting the fucking sloppiest gawk
love.
3,000
He found someone,
reverse suction 3,000, bro.
He found someone who truly loves him and who cares for him. He maybe never experienced that before. And he treats her well, like he mentioned. My family loves her. I love her. I love this woman. And if I'm going to be with her for however long, I'm going to make sure we showing each other how much we love each other.
And that's hilarious.
And that was just beautiful because most men, there's been so many mixed reactions. Because, you know, when, let's say when a bum kind of guy sees a guy say shit like that, they're like, simp. You weak. It's all about her. You get used. And then there's people like, oh my God, that is a real man. Because some people are saying the interviewer was really upset with his answer.
With the first guy?
Yeah, because the interviewer was kind of like, you too good.
Yeah, I will say that it does feel like the interviewer was like, looking to like make
a problem. He was like, you didn't have to spend that much.
Like,
you
could have gotten it without it. Like, but I could do it, is what he said, and I did it. And you know, he kind of let his shit hang right there in front of the fucking interview.
Because a lot of men were saying like, oh, if you're telling another man you can do less for the same result, you're a shitty man. You're a loser. You prefer to do less to like make your partner feel happy if you know you can do what you can, but you're like, no, because regardless, you're gonna like what I get you, so I'm gonna do as little as I can. Like, that's such a waste man response.
Real recognize real and game recognize game.
Because your girl isn't gonna spend as little as she can on you. Why, when it matters the most, the one thing that, like, you know a woman cares about?
I just hope these people right here don't upset me.
Oh, God.
I'm just hoping these people don't upset me now.
Oh, God.
Okay.
How long have you been together?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Has he proposed to you yet?
No.
No, not yet. It's coming. It's
I mean,
coming.
okay.
Realistically, how long would you be willing to wait?
I'd say about 2 more years.
2 more years. If he doesn't do it, you're out.
Oh, he a little nervous.
Possibly.
No, ain't no possible. She's stuck for good. She's stuck until I fuck up. She's stuck.
You better put a ring on it.
I'm gonna put a ring on it, so it ain't.
You better put a ring on it.
Okay.
You don't think 3 years was long enough?
No, because you got to get to know each other and.
Reasonable.
It's the way we met. It's just like, all right, yeah.
Hey, at that point, that would mean like we'd get married next year.
Right.
Wait, what you mean, certain kind of way?
I mean, social media. We met through social media, and then our the people, our mutual friends, is just like people we know kind of the same people, and it's just like it just kind of happened. Just to happen.
You guys live together now?
Yes.
Because you see, he asked him, his question was basically more like, oh, so like why haven't y'all got married? And he's like, the way we met, social media. We got mutual friends. Like, what kind of response is that?
He's wordsmithing right now.
Exactly.
He's trying to say something. He's trying to say enough that he gets past with that answer being accepted without putting his foot in his mouth.
He's not letting her talk either. Because she's like, oh, he better put a ring on it. And then he's like, shut your mouth. Shut up.
You ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
You ain't going nowhere.
Like, every time she says something, he's just like, nah. And it's like, let her talk.
That's funny.
He's eating it up, though. The interviewer's on.
This man about to take his girl. Like, that's damn.
A year and a half. Yeah.
So why would he put a ring on it then, if he's already getting everything?
That's a good question.
Not him loving that.
Stop. He's like, damn, bro, blowing up my whole spot.
I promise you, if someone ever said some fucked up shit like that to me, and you just turn around like, ooh, I'd be like, why are you laughing?
He said, man, dry snitching on me. Like, damn, bro.
He's like, you know what? Why should I?
I'm already going wifey shit.
I genuinely love you.
Oh.
So when you plan on proposing, you starting something.
I was about to say that. I was about to pause that shit. I was about to say the exact same thing. Like, damn, like they was having a great night.
That's what I'm telling you. He's enjoying the fact that he found a couple to mess with.
They were about to have a great night, and now she said, "So why haven't you proposed yet?" And he's, oh my.
Because she just asked him, like he said, like, I'm already living with you doing wifey stuff. So why would you marry me? He's like, 'cause I love you. Shut the hell up.
No, I watch TikTok all day. I watch TikTok all day. I think it's crazy.
You start or something.
No, when I'm willing to do it, when I'm ready. When it's least expected. It's going to be unexpected.
How long have you been together?
Okay.
Like 4.5 years.
No, 5 now.
Well, yeah, I guess 5 now.
5 years.
Yeah.
5.
And how'd you propose to her?
Oh my god, it was insane. So
I'm positive that shit.
He's so excited to be with his woman.
Yeah, this is a great guy. This is like a golden retriever,
because
bro.
nowadays it's so normalized for men to be like, my
Nonchalant.
girlfriend. I don't want to be with my girlfriend. I want to go out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like people need to start being excited about their partners. And just like he's
The
like,
fact
look,
that
we're having a great time.
This man, he said the proposal was insane. The fact that he says that, this man, I know he got like a whole Indian proposal going on. Like he got elephants running around.
He actually cared. He didn't propose like at the mall.
He got crazy. So I need to see what this man said because he said it's insane. It's insane.
her family, my family in Florence. Her favorite
Florence?
is Florence. So she told me about
South Carolina?
No, Florence, Italy.
Okay, he got money.
He told me that
He
was
got
a
money,
city.
but
She
hey,
said,
you don't have to do all of that for a great proposal.
He said Florence, North Carolina. He said no, Florence, Italy.
You're so
Damn, that is a fucking flag.
He's like, I'm talking to a bum right now. Like
Low key, like
he look at him. He's like sweating. Like, damn, this man is actually a good guy.
Yeah.
I want ladies to watch this and stand up. Like, just you don't need a man because obviously this is within his tax bracket. Within your tax bracket, you could do something special for your girl.
But conversely as well, you know, we can't, you know, eliminate the fact that some women be asking for a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Little.
Within your tax bracket.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying.
And obviously, don't propose to someone who's just, you know.
I mean, I'm not worried about me. I'm just talking about the people out there. Some people out there, maybe some viewers and shit like that.
Yeah, because obviously some people do marry the wrong
better for
people.
everybody.
Exactly. But if we're talking about the person you love. If you're with the person who you know you love, if it's within your tax bracket, you can do a lot of special things. You could make it bigger than just going to dinner and pulling out the ring. You know, like you can do something that's like memorable. You don't have to go to Italy.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear this shit. Okay, Italy.
Studied abroad there. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I need to propose to her in Florence. So I did a lot of research. I helped her family plan the trip to Florence. I helped my family plan the trip to Florence.
This is all behind her back.
All behind her
I
back.
had no idea.
So for 2 days, I was running through Florence, and every time I would see my family, I would text them, get the hell out of here, whatever. I took her to the highest point, so where you see everything, Monte Vecchio, right? You see everything, and I proposed to her right there. I was so nervous that I didn't even say anything but will you marry me because I was insanely nervous.
No, did you
That's
expect
precious.
that it was going to be 4 years in, or like what was your expectation?
That's a good question.
I feel like it was a long time coming, but I didn't really like expect it. It was definitely a surprise.
A long
Yeah.
time.
So ideally,
you
how
could
soon
expect
would you
it.
have wanted him to? When did you know?
Good question.
I mean, I always knew. I always knew he was like the one.
Oh.
I always saw if you.
Did you roll his eyes? He hates the fact that they're healthy.
He rolled it. Fucking. I need to go back on that one, bro.
I always knew he was like the one.
No, my God.
That man's like, I'm talking to the wrong
He's
fucking
trying
people.
to start an argument. But I feel like that question is stupid. Like, I feel like
You don't go into a relationship expecting, like, when do I want to be married?
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't go into
as
that.
a woman, I don't know if it's the same for men. As a woman, when you're with someone you know you love, you see them that way. You're like, I could definitely
it doesn't go the other way.
Yeah, like I see this person. Like there's a point. Like obviously it doesn't happen immediately. It happens when it happens. But there's always a moment in time where your man or your woman does something for you, and you're like, I could see this working like long term, right? But you're not like, okay, so he has to propose like in 6 months, you know, like
that's a very odd way of thinking. Yeah,
exactly. Thinking because you don't even know someone that well yet. Because some people can be in a relationship for 3 years, but only like broke a barrier 2 years in.
These people are going crazy. Because when would you expect to get married? Like, this isn't about us right now.
I don't even know. That's the thing. Like, you just know when you're with your person.
Exactly. Like, for me, I'm sitting here thinking,
obviously,
like,
before 30. Like,
yeah. Like, it's still, for at least us right now, it still looks like years in the making right now.
Right.
But the fact that they're like 4, I'm like, damn, that means we would be halfway there already. But it's like you said, like it's different for every people.
It's just when you're ready
With the person,
it doesn't matter. Because like you said, it could be years in the making. But let's say you just decided at some point, you know what? I think I'm ready for that. It happens when you're ready. There is no time limit. There is no, when we get this year, when we get that year. It's just simply when you're ready for it.
Both these families got like money. They're comfortable. So, they're probably at that set where they're like financially secure. And they're like, damn, we're good together. I'm secure with you. Like, yeah, let's nail it down type. Be like, you're absolutely right. You know what? Because we can blow up off this YouTube stuff. And now we got big bucks and shit like that.
And now that we have money, it
we're
could
comfortable.
happen.
Exactly.
It's just when you're ready to. If you're with the right person, it could happen anytime. Obviously.
At any second.
But if you do say you're with the right person, and let's say we're together for like 10 years, then I'd be like, I don't know.
God. No, at that point, if you've been together that long and it's not like a thought, like someone's forcing something.
Right.
Like, shit just naturally happens. You'll naturally fall in love. You'll naturally feel that moment. You just
naturally want, because like,
nature.
When you're in love, if I was a man and I was in love with the woman, and there was a point in time I was like, you know what? I think I could marry her. I might not propose in 3 months, but I might be thinking about it for a year. And then I might be like, okay, I'm going to plan a vacation next year. Like, I'm going to plan a vacation and I'm going to do it then. Like, I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to just,
I will say it takes a certain woman to get a man off the street. Let me tell y'all that. What did I just say that would make you look at me like that? I said I'm off the streets.
Mm-hmm. I took you off the street.
Period.
Oh, I did.
What do you mean?
Okay. I just wanted to hear it.
Absolutely.
We always get along really well, and like we have like the same mindset where we know where we want to be and what we want to do with our lives. So I always kind of knew. I feel like when you find the right person, you're just gonna know.
Exactly what you just said.
Do you have any expectations for how much the ring should cost?
No, she don't care about.
She ain't a dog. Like, this ain't about you.
I'm really more so a thoughtful girl. Like, it's a thought.
$1,500 ring would be just fine with you.
No.
Don't say no. Don't show up. Don't say no. Because when did anybody ever propose to you?
Nope.
Damn.
Look at that little smirk. I beat her. Oh, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, like that smirk on your face.
Listen. Damn, he said, don't say that because when has anyone ever proposed? That, okay, I just off
but I'm
rip.
wasting my time with you, that's why. Bye.
Just off rip, he doesn't appreciate her. And
he doesn't deserve her.
It's almost like
he's buying time to hold her so no one else can have her.
It's
pretty simple.
It's essentially like he is I don't even have the words for it right now.
My thing is, I feel like just from how she's acting, I would say she's inexperienced with love. Maybe this is her first long relationship. It could be short, but I only say that because
they've been together for 3 years.
Okay, so it could be her first long-term relationship. We have no idea how old they are. So I only feel that way because when you've dated and you've experienced different people and how they treat you, they say every time you start over with someone, you upgrade.
Yeah.
Upgrade how they treat you. You no longer stand for someone treating you like this, treating you like that, doing this to you. So if this is who she's with, this has to be her first or second boyfriend.
It's literally they just looking at them right now. Surely we don't know them.
She's not even asking for anything, and he's like, "You ain't getting nothing either." Like,
looking at them right now, one can only assume that they are projecting their parents right then and there. Because Shawty, she's pretty. She seems like she has a good head on her shoulders just from the way she's been answering. And she's allowing this man who looks at a woman as sort of property in a sense. And they're kind of falling into that role, submissive, dominant, aggressive one versus like a submissive, like kinder person. So it's more like her mother was probably in the same situation. And he probably learned to be like that from a father figure.
I would say that's true and false, because it could be true, but also some people just act like that. Like, He has no reason. Because, of course, if your parents were, like, super toxic, okay, you don't want to be in a toxic relationship. But if you were the good person, you won't necessarily treat them the same way your father treated your mother because, you know, it's a different person. They act differently. Yeah. So it just depends.
People also get stuck in that, like, oh, I have to treat others like this because this is how I grew up seeing people.
It's crazy to see him with her and telling her, don't expect nothing. Ain't no one ever done nothing for you, so don't tell me I have to.
And she's pretty, and man's kind of rough, so she could definitely probably do better than him.
I'm sure she got clowned a lot from this because this was just posted. So I'm pretty sure people have come to her like, you got to get rid of him.
You got to do better.
She probably is going to leave him because I will be damned.
We need them updates.
Right?
No.
Don't say no. Don't show up. Don't say no. Because when did anybody
smiling?
Nobody proposed to me yet.
Exactly. So why would a $1,500 ring mean anything?
Very good question.
No, don't back down.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
Okay.
He said it's because you're too picky.
Click.
Hey, listen, I can read people like a book, so it's just like.
Like you guys love each other very much.
Yeah, I love you guys so much. Like, we've been through like.
A ring doesn't matter.
And now she changes her answer.
It matters in a certain aspect, but how I think my thought process is just like I kind of think the ring is just.
You just don't deserve a good woman. If that's your mindset, your mindset is you don't want to be with the woman who treats you like shit. But when you have a good woman, you're like, don't expect nothing from me. I'm not gonna treat you like, and it's not even like it's not even the fact that you have to treat her like she's the queen of England. It's just the fact that like as your relationship ages, if you want to continue to be with each other, you just show that. That's it.
That bar is in hell.
He said, I'm not gonna do shit for you, and you're gonna stay here. So you can tell she has some insecurities.
You can literally, you literally could see it on her face the second he said that.
He called her picky for wanting a nice ring.
And the second he said that, like, shut down. Like, that shit wiped away. She's like,
yeah,
no
you're
way.
right.
You're right. Oh, man.
She's holding on to this thought that one day he would do that for me. Because he says so. But from his actions and the way he's speaking to you, it doesn't seem like he ever will. He will just be like, stay in your place, you're never gonna get that ring, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, you're right.
I want better for my people, man.
Right?
So why do I need a ring to show you my love and dedication to you
why
on a daily basis?
Didn't you just say you were gonna propose at one day, and now you're like, why I need a ring?
Love each other. It's just like
a ring is making it official.
Everybody got their own opinion.
Oh,
like,
look at him!
You're single until married, in my opinion.
Okay, you lost me.
She's trying to get under his skin because he's like embarrassing her.
That is correct.
Do you just hear her? She wants to marry him, but he's making it seem like he doesn't give a crap about her. So she's trying to get back at him.
Hey, I mean, or instead of getting back at
leave him. But I mean, clearly she wasn't expecting to hear all this. He's probably kept this inside because a manipulative man doesn't just show all his cards for no reason. He's being interviewed, so he is. But in real life, I'm sure he doesn't just tell her randomly, ain't nobody ever proposed to you, so why would I? You know?
No. You could definitely read a manipulative man just because, like, shit just don't make sense. And if you're not confident in yourself, that's when that, like, damn, shit's not making sense.
I've had some friends who were, like, amazing, and they put up with a lot of stuff with men they shouldn't have because they were amazing.
The confidence
it really is just some women think struggle love is real. Like, struggle love is not real. You should not be...
Shouldn't hurt.
Exactly. Like, just go find someone else. Some people are traumatized and they can't love properly. Mm-hmm. You don't have to struggle love with them because it just ends up not working. Be with someone you're actually working on things with, but not struggle love. You don't have to work through this. If one person is simply like, I don't give a shit, I'm not going to do shit, and someone is like, well, let's try. Yo, you can't work with someone who doesn't want to work, you know? Like, if he does not want to change, don't be with him thinking y'all are going to work through things. You're not going to work through anything.
But this single until married shit don't exist. That shit is bullshit.
Right.
Hate that idea.
Because if he said that, she'd be upset. So obviously it was just to hurt his feelings. Because he's embarrassing her.
Term don't mean shit to me at all. I'll be all the way authentic with you.
He's so happy
with you and be
now.
100 with you. That term you just said don't mean shit. Because you can say, I'm single until I'm married.
And the fact that he could talk to her like that
Are
in
they
public, in front of him.
Do you know how many relationship couples that we done past? Do you know how many relationships you know how many years they've been in a relationship? Do you?
No.
Do you know if they're married or not?
Why is he talking to her like he's her
Exactly.
dad?
Like they were together for 10 years.
And he got the mic and look at her face. She's so uncomfortable.
Should he have any say in the friends that you keep around you?
I think it's fair. I mean, when you're with someone and you see like the people that they're around, you're gonna start, to see what they're about. And in the same way that there's been people that he's like, oh, I'm a little concerned because of their path. It's been the same way with me with him. Like, oh, I'm a little concerned with like, I don't want to say the path that they're going down, but just maybe like having like an
influence.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, like don't
And I
be
feel like
with
sometimes
someone
you can
whose
sneak that
friends
influence
just
on
cheat
people.
and shit.
And he's never
'cause,
been the one to be like, I want you to cut that person out completely. It's
or
more just like,
friends
hey,
who
like,
say,
be mindful of this,
fuck
or,
women, like fuck
No,
your girl
how do you
or
feel
whatever.
about
Like
her
those kind of
hanging out
people,
with guy
you don't
friends?
want to be around them.
So I tell her, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So who you hang out with is what they're.
My
turning
man's
into
just
future.
spitting,
If she
bro.
wants to hang out with guy friends, are usually my friends. But also, if she goes out, I totally trust her. So she'll go out on girls' night, I totally trust her. I have a blast, like hanging out with my friends. She goes out with her girlfriends. And at the end of the day, I give her full confidence because I know at the end of the day, she comes home to me, and it's always a good time.
Is there ever a conversation about how she presents herself when she goes out on girls' nights, like how she dresses?
I don't care about that because at the end of the day, that's my girlfriend,
Man,
and I
it's
fully
so
trust her.
annoying.
And not my girlfriend, my fiance. And if she wants to be sexy and go out with
fiancé.
her girlfriends, that's totally fine because she always comes home to me at the end of the
What
day.
you wear
They
doesn't
treat each
define-
other so well, they don't care.
I agree, but I also disagree with that last statement.
Which one?
About the dressing part.
What do you mean?
He said he was just talking about like how she can go out dressed sexy and everything like that. He doesn't care, and I agree with that part. Like she can't, like she should be able to. But I would say
To an extent.
No, well,
No?
yeah, there is. But like I would say like there's a should be able to and a could, like I think like would type of thing.
About what?
Because like you should be able to dress how you want and feel however you want, but at some point dressing like that puts you at danger. Like you're now at risk the more attention you draw to yourself. So I think like for me at least, like I wouldn't see the reason why someone that's with someone per se would dress too provocatively, I guess I could use the word there.
I guess I understand what you're saying because,
Drawing
like,
too much
honestly, I
attention.
would only feel comfy wearing like the sexiest fit with my man, who I know is watching and like protecting me. If it's with like a big group of friends, all right, a little bit, but not too much because you are prone to get followed and catcalled. Just going to Walmart in some biker shorts, you have men following you, like recording you, and it's like, the fuck is wrong with people? So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Find like what you were trying to do or who you are.
So you don't care about the cleavage or the belly showing or short shorts or anything like that?
So I might be different, but I say if you have it, flaunt it. So if you have abs, don't wear a shirt. If you got tits, show it.
It's a
Oh, I was gonna say, whoa!
Oh, right, I was like,
Don't wear a shirt.
I can't talk
Yo.
about
I
women.
will say that 100% because a lot of guys, every time I'm walking, they'll look at her and I'll just be like, that's mine. I go home with that.
How do you feel about other girls looking at him?
He's handsome. I mean, it's natural. It's human nature. I mean, like, we're in a relationship. We're not dead. Like, we have eyes. And as long as you're very respectful, it's the end of it, you know?
These
You
people,
can admire,
like,
just tonight, remember we saw that really
these people
handsome
are
guy, and I was like,
too
oh my God. He was
wholesome.
yeah,
Like,
that guy's
what?
really handsome.
What
No, like, weird
world are
stuff,
they
like, you
living
can
in,
admire.
bro? Like, they can't be living
How
on our
Maturity.
same
friendly,
planet.
like, you meet a guy,
Maturity.
he's interested in you. Would you give him your Instagram or is
What?
it like nothing, everything's off limits?
So she's very respectful.
He's trying so hard to cause a problem. Why would you ask a couple
I think
if
that-
somebody was interested in you and asked you for your information? Would you give it?
I mean,
no.
that's an easy answer.
Like, why would you ask them that after they've given you so many mature answers? You keep, like, why the fuck? If someone came up to me like, oh, you just so beautiful, can I get
Well,
something?
if he's doing like a social experiment as like I'd imagine with the interviews and shit like that, you gotta ask the same questions to both sets,
Because in my head, if someone is approaching you because they think you're attractive and stuff, and they ask for your social media or whatever, it's because they want to talk to you, not just look at your pictures. So, like, if you're not, because obviously you don't want to entertain conversations with someone who solely reached out to you because they think you're hot. Like, it's like, I'm not going to talk to you because I know I'm not going to tell my man, yeah, this guy was like, oh, you're so attractive, I'm going to follow you. And then this man is trying to DM me and talk to me. Like, he's not trying to be your friend. Yeah. He wants to hit. He's trying to see if you're going to cheat. Because nowadays you can tell somebody you're in something and they're like, okay, that's fine, I'll follow you still. And they still try to make you fold. They still keep shooting their shot for months to see if you'll ever break. Like, you just don't give people your socials if they're coming up to you because you're attractive. Unless, yeah, there's no unless. Because if they think you're attractive, they just want to see what they can get.
The question is misplaced here with this couple. But, it's...
Oh, I want to hear the other dude's answer. Shit.
Denies them in a very friendly way. Especially if they're very too touchy, like once or twice, then it's like, I have a fiance, and you can always tell by the very big rock on her hand.
Men don't even care about that no more. So, like, I'm married. Okay,
and for you,
so what can we do?
Is it the same thing?
For me, it's very easy because I'm dating a Latina, so I say, I'm dating a Puerto Rican, so if you want to die, keep talking to me. So
I love that.
No big deal, and they
oh, God, I cannot even imagine what the other dude says.
What would you say is your biggest pet peeve about each other?
Go ahead. I'll let you go first. What's your pet peeve about me?
Everything.
I don't do nothing out of the ordinary. I don't do nothing wrong. I correct all my mistakes. What's your real pet peeve about me?
He's so aggressive.
Is a problem.
That's your pet. That's a pet peeve for me.
What did he say?
Okay.
Every little mistake is a problem for him. So any little thing she does. He said your mistakes are my pet peeve.
What's some pet peeves?
What irritates you the most? That I do.
Her answer was fine.
I don't have no good ones right now. I really don't. I can't.
No, he's
Do you prefer
silencing
a more
her.
toxic man?
No.
Hell no.
No, I've had toxic, and it's just not.
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell.
What's my question to ask him? What's the pet peeve for him?
So yeah, what is yours?
My pet peeve? Oh, you want? I've been talking about
He
this.
said, "Girl, tell you every
I've
day."
been talking about this all night. You nagging, rushing. You need to chill out and you need to relax. That's all it is.
Okay.
I don't care if you yelling at me about shit that
Godly. Oh my God, bro. Oh.
He said, I've been waiting. Girl, I've been telling you all night why I hate you. This is why girls are now saying some men just don't like women. The way you just don't like women.
He said your breast thing. He said, bro.
He said your answer. You don't have an answer. That's my answer, and I'm gonna add to it too. He is so rude. I would have done like check yourself because you are not about to talk. The way that she's letting him talk to her and being like, okay, I'll shut up. What's yours? Okay, I'll listen. Okay, I'll listen.
She said, I've been with toxic men. It's like, honey, we can tell.
Yeah.
Honey, we can tell.
Look at her face. Like, she looks like when we get home, I'm going to be in trouble. Like he's going to be yelling at me all night.
Get some help.
And I hate that he's not being good cop and bad cop. Like, do you feel like you should be speaking to her like this?
When I ask you to chill, it's cool.
Okay.
How long has it been going on for?
It's here and there. It's not like bad.
Like throughout the 3-year relationship?
He thinks he's the prize. Like,
not often.
He's like, she's been behaving herself,
Once in blue moon.
Well, do you think that it's fair for you to expect her to change, or should you just accept her?
No, I accept her how she is, because the way she is, she's way better than anybody I ever dealt with. That's it.
Dealt with.
This is my first time in Miami.
I put up with.
I'm glad you caught that. Dealt with is a crazy term.
What is there to complain about?
I don't.
Simply everything sounds like.
What is there to complain about?
So, how'd you all meet?
It's my sister.
It's my brother.
Oh.
And this is my fiance, Stefan.
Yeah, so, interesting story. I was in downtown Orlando, and I shit you not, it was like a movie. There was wind blowing, and there was many beautiful women, but this one, she blew my mind. I saw her in the middle of the street, and I was like, who is that to my friend?
Oh, look at them eyes, bro. She gonna eat him alive that night.
Shit, if that was you, I would. I'd be like,
cute.
babe, we get home.
She said we going home. She said, come on, we're getting going out.
I just love real love.
How long have you known each other?
I hate that toxic.
How old are you guys?
25.
26.
22.
22.
Wow,
No.
he looks older.
He looks like the oldest. That's
Your
funny.
sister's fiance.
I thought I never had a brother, but if I wanted to,
He's like an amazing brother.
Yo,
I would love my brother-in-law. Like, you treat my sister so good.
Yo, this is genuinely the man that fathers want their daughters to end up with.
Yes.
This is a good man.
This is the man like every woman like fucking wants. Because obviously,
It's a relationship.
obviously you don't just end up like that. You definitely live and learn unless you're like just a really good person. Like, but that is that's a healthy ass person.
That's healthy.
That is some healthy love.
That makes me happy just to see them.
I love that
crazy.
for her because it sounds like she was just walking and met him. Like, that must have been the best day of her life.
That shit's
like
crazy.
And then this guy's acting like this is someone he's dragging along.
Yeah, he's acting like he's doing her a favor of keeping her.
And he's like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with me. Like, I'm amazing. I don't cheat. But you're a terrible
ass. That's the bare minimum. Honestly, like, I don't cheat. Like, get with, like.
Honestly, it sounds like something a cheater would say. Like,
truthfully.
For him, it just sounds like something you say
like,
to
no
cover
one was
up.
talking about cheating, but he brought up cheating out of nowhere. It's just like, why you bring that up?
Right. He's like, I don't cheat.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Relationship between a man and a woman equal or 50-50?
All right, now, let me talk.
I wasn't even talking yet.
She said, let me talk.
Yo,
let me cook.
She didn't even say nothing yet, and brother was already like, let me talk. That is crazy.
If I was behind the camera, I'd have been, okay, no, stop the interview, because you're making this worse. You deserve better, and you deserve to die alone.
Wow,
like, this man said, hush, freeze, silence.
She didn't even start talking yet.
What's that one song? Was that what's that dude's name? R. Kelly. Don't he have a song that's like silence? Move it, silence. Silence. Like,
yo, that man told her to stop thinking, basically. He said, quiet your brain down.
Don't even say anything, because all of your answers are wrong.
He said, I know what you're thinking. Stop.
Anything she said, he shut it down. She can't have her own opinion. It's okay if you have different opinions. She can't even have an opinion.
That shit was funny. I'm not gonna hold you.
I hate him right now, the interviewer, because he's kind of like knowing this is wrong, but he's not speaking up for her. Because some people, you have to speak up for them.
It's the social experiment, though.
I hope at the end he's like, I hope you know that you're a dickhead. Like,
let's see.
I feel it should be equal, but it's not. I feel it's women give more than men.
Like in what ways?
It's more emotional, caring, loving, support. We give more of that than men. Not saying him per se, but we do give more than that.
Bro.
The only thing I would say it's 50. How do I say it? Because I do believe that women and men give 50-50, but at the same time, they both give more in certain parts. Like, sometimes men give more financially, and sometimes women give up more personal. Like, some women, you'll find them not going out and stuff because they spend more time cooking, more time taking care of the kids. Like, they lose their personal life. Whereas the man, he provides financially. He works so hard that on his days off, you can go hang out with your friends. I'm going to still keep the stuff going on at home smoothly, but they still provide equally for each other. It's just sometimes they end up, it's rare that you see a man and woman working like the same shifts. You babysit this day, I babysit that day. Like, it's always like, to make it smoother and not to disrupt like the child's life, you don't just have the parents bouncing back and forth. You have like one parent trying to be stable. And that's changing more in our generation, because like you see more people having their own businesses or being content creators, so they're both able to contribute equally. But on the regular home life, it's never equal. Like, because if you honestly wanted to write a list of, what I did today, what you did today, it's never going to be equal, and that's okay.
It's just offering the support where you can.
Exactly. It's just doing what you're good at, what you can really like.
This man got audacity, bro. Like, he looked like he fucking 40 years old in the face.
Look at his face. His answers are so terrible to him. He's like,
He looked 40-year-old in the face. He looked like he 130 pound wearing a medium shirt.
Like,
oh my
he
God.
really thinks he's the prize and that he's eating with his answers.
My man look like he smelled like Black and Mild and Hennessy, and
he
talking.
thinks everyone is gonna agree with him.
My man, someone in his life made him feel confident, and you know he's stuck with it. You know what? And you know what? That's admirable at some point.
At some point, it's just who you learn to go after. If he was sitting down at a shop, a cafe, like looking for a woman, he's like confident.
Who can he like overpower basically?
Shy, hiding in the corner. I want her. You know.
Yeah. That's
all love to the girl though. We're not coming for
you.
We hate him.
Yes, he pays.
All the time?
We split it up sometimes, but most of the time he pays.
Okay. So could we just say that he's given more monetarily wise, financially?
Yes.
Okay.
Why does man sound Irish to me?
So that's not even.
Well, I give more love and caring. He give me more financial.
So he doesn't give you the same amount of love?
No, clearly. No, he doesn't.
A woman tends to give more.
Not.
To him, he'd be like, "Oh, I love you because I'm with you. I love you because I talk to you every day. I love you because I pay for dinner sometimes.
I live with you and everything."
That's love. Like.
I like that question. Give me some.
Oh my God.
I want to say, we have these conversations all the time. We watch TikTok, we watch all this. We have these conversations that now you in a hot seat. Let me see.
Oh my God. I haven't done it yet. That's it, right?
And, well, what do you think?
Wait.
Do you think it's 50-50 or equal between men and women?
You want my honest opinion?
No.
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 Because this generation right now, I'm just speaking on this.
This man sound like major paid, bro.
A lot of females are more masculine than the men these days.
Females are more masculine than the men these days.
Like females. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like this year alone, 2023, no, I don't think it's equal right now. And I honestly respect that. That's my opinion. I respect women standing up for themselves and
really?
You know what I'm saying? So it's
really? You wouldn't even let her talk. And he said, I respect women.
The irony of it, bro.
He's over here saying, oh, nowadays female are too masculine.
Hey,
but your girl is so feminine.
So he's basically saying he needs a woman that can match his like aggressive energy. He needs someone that's gonna fucking dog him the same way he's dogging her.
I don't think that's what he was saying, because the interviewer asked, do you think relationships are 50-50? And he's like, nah, not anymore, because women are too masculine. But what do you have?
He didn't necessarily say that was a bad thing. He said he respects it, but like that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't know that that's what he wants. Because right now, or that's what he needs.
I don't see. Oh, that's what he needs.
That's what
he needs a taste of his own medicine.
Because like that's where his energy would match. Mm-hmm. Him having a submissive girl he can like overpower. Shit. Yeah, mm-hmm. Exactly.
I've seen some couples where the guy was exactly like a dickhead flirting with you in front of his girlfriend, and she was just like. I'm like, oh, you deserve a dickhead.
Like Krishan and Blueface, basically, like. No other person could be in a relationship with either one of those people. Like
no one can teach Blueface a lesson better than Krishan, because his first baby mama don't say shit. I mean, she stands up for herself on social media, the first baby mama, but Krishan's the only one who really get like looking in the mirror
and put the hands on him.
Exactly.
Like that's
why he went running.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
How does one decide this is the only person I'm gonna sleep with for the rest of my life?
Well, I can answer that.
Oh,
I'm sorry. But honestly, it's the sex. It really is.
Oh.
Huh?
If you can have somebody that can blow your mind every single time you guys, you know.
Well, not just your mind.
Everything.
Hey!
Everything.
Now he's
the
smiling.
most important thing is your best friend. I have a friend that I can watch Impractical Jokers with. I have a friend that
Look at her eyes, bro. Look at her eyes.
Stupid high with.
I have a friend that I can get on a yacht with and have a good time.
Yacht?
That I can sit on the worst seats in a plane and we can have a good time. So the best thing is if you have a best friend, it's the most important thing.
He looking like a prime rib, bro.
She better watch out now. Like everyone's gonna be like, "What's his social media?"
She looking at brother like he is the main entree. Like she been waiting for hours in line to get into a restaurant, and he was the main course.
When you act like that, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna like? That's why I don't understand why men are normalizing. Oh, if you're happy with your girlfriend, you're a simp. La da da. All women are trash. Every girl I've dated is awful. Well, what do you think is gonna happen when you treat them like shit?
It's an internal type of change that has to. Like I feel like these people, they probably went through a toxic phase. Yeah. Him having money you can expect it more.
But like they're not even that old. They've been together for like 5 years.
25 is old enough to know what's like. You're not a kid.
Yeah, but he met her when he was 25. I'm 20, and she met. Well, one of them was 20, one was 21. So they met at the right time.
Well, I mean, how crazy you go in high school can really determine how quickly you straighten up.
True. So I just think, wow.
But point is, that was an exemplary example of like how to be like a man.
Because I don't want to come for all men, but most men do hurt good girls and then move on to worse girls and say all girls are terrible. But like, what do you think is going to happen if you actually just treat a girl good? You might be pleasantly surprised and happy. I hate hearing men say, oh, I'm losing my freedom. I hate my... Like, you sound like you hate women. You sound like you hate your girl. Like, why can't you just let yourself be happy? Because this guy sounds like he's having the time of his life.
Man, it's not hard to be like that. Of course, like you said, it's like in your tax bracket. Like, it's all...
It depends, because you don't have to be doing yachts and stuff.
Everything he did was tailored to her and, like, you know, their accessibility and everything like that. He got it. So he was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do because I know she likes this. Like, they only went to Italy.
But it's also what he likes, too. He went to Italy first because he went to school there.
She went to school there.
Oh,
that's
she
why.
did. Okay, I thought
she went to school there.
So, yeah.
That's crazy, man. You know, kudos.
And as for the other couple,
want better for you. Want better for her.
He treats her awful. He said, what did he say? Don't speak or something?
Let me talk.
And she still spoke.
She didn't even say nothing, and he was talking about let me talk. That
like,
was crazy.
She took a breath like, hush.
That ass, like, don't even say it.
Like, I can't believe that. But everyone is going crazy for this video.
I can see why.
Everyone is, like, attacking that guy, as they should. Like, but, again, you can tell he's a type of person who's so stuck in his ways. He thinks he's right. Like, kind of like Andrew Tate. When people come for him and he's like, oh, yeah. I can tell it's not going to faze him at all.
We're not going to talk about the top G here.
Shut up,
We're not going to talk bad about the top G here.
Please.
Absolutely not.
But I could tell he's not going to care. It's up to her to leave him and for him to be like, at first he's going to be like, she don't know what she got. But eventually he's going to realize, damn, I have had some good people in my life when he's old and... miserable, because at this point you're only going to keep hurting good people, and if you never want to change, you're going to end up with a bad person
for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
For the rest of your life, stuck.
And they're going to be like, damn, I hate this person. And it's like, well, you have good people. Like, it ain't their fault. Dang, that was great. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for tuning into episode 5. We're going to keep it rolling because I hope you're having as good of a time as we are. So next is shit that can't be real.
Okay.
It's a voicemail. When I heard it, I was kind of like, oh. I couldn't stop listening. So it's pretty much like a voicemail
this
from
right here?
somebody who was trying to get hired at a job. Okay. And like, I was just like, what the fuck? Why would you say that?
Who's on the call?
Just someone who wants to get hired at this job is leaving a voicemail for a hiring manager. Okay. And it's like, just roll a clip.
Okay, so the person getting hired is the one leaving the voicemail.
Person interviewing. They're not getting hired. They're trying to get the job.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 1 of Shit That Hiring Managers and Recruiters Have to Deal With on a Daily Basis, a series that
I never in my life contacted a hiring manager.
So here we have a voicemail, a 3-minute long voicemail of a lady trying to set up an interview with me. I'm only going to play the last little bit because I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
Whatever. And unfortunately, I am legally not able to work with anybody that's ethnic or minority or that's excessively black. Mostly because I have a Caucasian Irish English background. Also because a lot of the Hispanic and the blacks and, people that do that, they tend to be kind of questionable and from foreign, areas or Native American. And unfortunately, because of my background, I can't be associated with camp.
Babe, come on!
I needed to hear the whole thing, bro.
Oh my god.
God. All I could hear were like the shocked sound effects playing in the background, just boom, boom. Just
like they about to go to your LinkedIn account, leave a comment.
God,
He's very racist.
God,
like,
how can you be professionally racist? That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, like I professionally in my work environment need segregation. You know how black people and Hispanic people be, you know? No one excessively black. Like, what?
That's the first thing I need to break down. Excessively black. Is there a... You're acceptably black.
You're black enough. Like those people who went to predominantly white schools.
God.
Have you ever had anyone tell you, "Oh, you're white for a black person"? I got that all the time when I was younger. I hated it.
That is so funny because it's like Family Guy and like the paper bag test type. She said excessively.
This person looks like they could.
She has. I think she's some sort of Latino, but that's hilarious. That's hilarious. At this point in time, like, how are you leaving a voicemail saying those things, not knowing who the person that's receiving your voicemail is? First of all. Second, wow, bro. She literally said, I can't be with anyone that isn't white. And then she said, due to my background
as Irish and Caucasian.
No. She said something about just casually, like my history or something like that, like my circumstances, my situation, something like that about her personally. And it made me think, like, what's your family tree?
No,
like,
there's a part of it where she says because I'm like Irish or Caucasian.
Yeah. But I'm talking about it came after that. But it made me think like, damn, bro, she got like family in the clan. She got fucking.
I hate people like that because they make it sound like they don't go to the grocery store and see all different kinds of people. I mean, there are some cities that like we don't even talk about, but there are pretty much cities that only have white people.
I mean, yeah,
there are some towns where they don't mix, but
here in Florida, yeah, they're called sundown towns, yeah.
Right, and it's just like, I don't know, but if you're trying to look for a job, ooh, imagine having a black manager. What if her manager ended up being black one day?
I need to see what she's gonna say right now.
I'm sorry. What is excessively black?
What does it even mean?
Oh!
They make it sound like your skin color means your personality is going to be a certain way. I hate that.
I'm so glad that that's the first thing. Like, I'm so glad that I wasn't the only one.
The one thing that stuck. Excessively black?
Excessive. The word is excessively because, like, what do you mean?
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Damn, yes. I hope they like contacted her back and like, you know, stuck it to her. Like, you can't just go around saying shit like that.
Excessively black. I'm gonna start saying that.
And she sounds like she's a little bit older, whoever calls.
I mean, of course she is.
And like, you know, don't get jumped. That's all I gotta say.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Well, we have our question of the day. And this one is, what's a moment in life that made you ask, am I stupid?
I'm not stupid, so no, but you go first.
A memory. Like, you may have done something, you're like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, what?
I'm going to have to think about it. You go first.
Okay, so mine was in school. I was in, like, 5th grade. And I think in 4th grade, no, I think it was that same year. In 5th grade, we learned how to divide and shit, but it was a day where I wasn't paying attention. I used to get in trouble all the time for talking. And there was a time where I wasn't even talking, and the teacher was like, Yvette, shut up! And I was like,
what the hell?
I didn't say anything. Because I was sitting at a table. You know how whenever y'all like to talk too much, they switch tables? Like, I was like, I didn't even say anything. And he was like, what? What did you just say? And I was like, I wasn't even talking. Because typically, you don't really speak up much when you are in trouble for something you did do. But because I didn't do anything, I was feeling very outspoken.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even say anything. And he's like, you know what? He put his marker down. He was like, come up here. And I was like, you know, I was feeling bored. I got up and I went to the front of the class. I'm like, all right. And he's like, solve this then. You teach since you want to be talking. And I was like, okay. And like, but since I didn't pay attention when we were dividing, I was really good at math still, although I didn't learn a new skill. So I don't know how, but I always got the right answers. I would be like drawing tallies and shit to like divide.
Not me, bro. Long division. I can't remember the last time I've done
was like,
long division.
You know, the one with the little.
Yeah, exactly.
That I didn't know how to do. So I got up there and I was like starting to do my tallies, and I was like, oh wait, I can't do this in front of them. They're gonna be like, what the, you psychopath? How did you find the answer the long way? So I was like, I can't do it. And he was like, why? And I was like, I don't know how to divide. And he was like, what? Like, what do you think we're working on? But I never spoke up about it because I knew how to find the answer myself. So I ended up learning how to divide. But at the time, I just kind of like...
So he just put you on the spot to make you feel stupid. I thought we were thinking about like moments where you just did something dumb and you're like, damn, what the hell?
I mean, I probably do have moments like that, but that's what sticks out to me when I thought, like, am I stupid? Because, like, I knew how to get the answer, but I didn't know what the fuck that, like, that sign was and what I was doing.
Oh, my God. I just think I just came up with my dumbass, like, what
And I was
stupid.
typically always the blackest person in class. You know, like, it was either me and one black little boy. But, like, that's what I hated about school. There was only one other black person. I felt like it was made like that to break your spirit in a way. So you never found people like you, and you acted like them.
Right.
So that's why a lot of times people told me, oh, you act white. And I was like, I wasn't allowed to be black. Like,
that's funny. That sucks, but yeah.
It's true. Like, not until middle school, I saw so many Hispanic and black people. I was like, where are we at? Like,
where y'all been my whole life?
Exactly. I had no black people in my school.
Let's see. Mine, I just thought of it. I was much younger, like probably like maybe 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And it was 4th of July one year, and my family, we got these like smoke bomb type of like fireworks shits. And in hindsight, I'm sitting here thinking like, what did we actually get these for? Because what did they do besides just shoot smoke? Like smoke, just that's it. No fireworks, no nothing. Like just poisoning our air. But, like, I had it in my hand. I was holding it while it was going off. And I'm looking at it like, I was just amazed, bro. I was so young, but I'm just looking at it like, wow, I just want to touch it. And so, like, I thought it's just smoke. And so, like, I put it towards my hand. Just have the smoke touching my hand. Yo, that shit burned the hell out of me.
Did it burn your skin off?
It didn't burn it like off. It wasn't like a crazy, like it was probably like towards like a 2nd degree burn because it didn't like damage my hand or anything like that. But like it burned, bro. Like my hand was like red.
Dang.
Like it had like little bubbles that would form because you know when you get like burns and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember I asked you if you used to burn yourself on the hot.
She asked me if I used to, like, what was it, touch the hot
when your
stoves?
mom was cooking in, like, the hot pot, would you, like, just touch it and then, like, watch your skin rise or some shit?
No, she's a psycho, bro.
That's froze in the kitchen, like...
serial killer behavior. I'm in the house with Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit.
I mean, I just used to, like, seeing it, like, I was like... Okay.
Nah, I got jacked up with that on my hand. Like,
bandage and shit?
Basically, like, I instantly screamed. My mom, she ran to me, and I'm like, what? In my young head, I wasn't saying it, but I'm thinking exactly what I'm saying now. But it's like, what the hell? Why is this smoke hot? Like, how does that make sense?
How does it make sense?
But you know, my mom, she rushed me inside, put cold water on my hands, and you know, treated it there. But yeah, that shit sucked. And then in hindsight, afterwards, I was just like, of course it would be hot. Like, why would I touch it? Like, of course it would be hot. Oh my God,
that reminds me of another story. You're going to think I'm a psychopath. I've had a lot of questionable moments, but I was in school and I had some scissors and I opened up the parts. You know, it's like this little V thing and I'm holding it in my hand. And then I look at my finger and I look at the scissors. And I put my finger on the, because it's open in my hand, right? On the middle, and I just swipe it down. And I was like, I'm bleeding!
You know, I feel like that's, how old were you when you said you did that?
I don't even know, but my whole finger was just sliced open,
I
and
feel
it was
like-
bleeding a lot.
I feel like that's just that's a part
Curiosity,
of
right?
Yeah, it's a part of a kid's journey to consciousness. When we just, pop in and it's just like, whoa, reality type beat. Because when I was younger, I remember I had a very similar occasion. Because I was at my grandparents' house. And he's he does shit with his hands sometimes. And he had a razor blade, like a regular one that you would just
Shit, we can keep going back and forth because you keep reminding me.
And there was one, I literally had the exact same moment. I grabbed the blade, saw my hand, and I just right across my hand with the blade and everything. And it was such a fine cut that I looked at it, it didn't even look like my hand was cut.
And then it starts bleeding through slowly.
No, actually it was such a fine cut still. It took a minute. I didn't see no blood. I literally sat there, I was like, what the hell? I put it down, walked away and shit like that. Not feeling anything. And then I walked past my grandpa and all I hear is him say Brian, come here. And I turn around and it's because my hand had been dripping blood all through the living room. Wow. And then when I pulled my hand up, just covered in blood. And I was like, literally consciousness spiked. I'm like, wow, life.
My mom cried her eyes out because my dad had a razor and he would shave with it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm gonna shave like my daddy. Because I watched him shave every day because I was a daddy's girl. Wherever he went, I was following him. So he shaved for work, and this is the first time he left his razor.
Oh, God.
So I said, my turn, right? But what I did was I shaved my head back. But the razor kept getting stuck because you can't shave your hair with the razor. My God. So my hair was all effed up, my mom said. And she saw me and she cried.
That's so
and then she got so mad at my dad. My dad had to hear the end of it. He's like, I didn't even do nothing.
I feel like that's such a thing you gotta pay such close attention to because kids do that shit, bro.
You can't even leave scissors around because kids will.
It's so in hindsight. That's why are you being so stupid? But it's because we're kids.
You literally have to think of anything in the room. What could a kid do with that? Because kids and intrusive thoughts are best friends.
But then you gotta think damn, how much are you gonna shelter them from? Because what should they experience to
I think
make
it's just
them?
because parents don't even go over that stuff. A pair of scissors, they don't feel the need to have their kids sit down and be like, okay, so this is scissors. This is what you can use it for. Here's some paper. Cut this. Don't cut clothes. Never cut your hair with these.
But you know what?
Parents don't do that.
When you do that, yeah, it's a good way to direct them. But then, I feel it might just be me overthinking because it feels like then you're taking away a curiosity and an innate ability to come to different conclusions and shit like that. It's probably me blowing it completely out of
because I feel like parents just don't teach you. They just say, don't touch it. Don't touch that.
No,
Put
exactly.
it back.
Exactly.
But I feel like teaching them does a different reaction because I keep seeing on TikTok this woman who bought all of her little, not infants, toddlers. They're 4 or 5. They're in school, kindergarten, first grade, little cutting boards and mini knives. Teach them the importance of putting gloves on, knife guards on their hands, showing them how to cut. I feel like if you take that approach, yeah, it's possible your kid could still grab a knife and cut themselves. Mm-hmm. But at least, you took the extra step of teaching them something versus just yelling at them to not move and touch anything.
But it's almost like the difference. It's almost like the reason why they can't release animals that were born in captivity because it's they don't know certain things. So if they were to be released into the wild, they would just immediately be killed, die of starvation because they don't know things.
Because I don't know how I feel about that. Because either way, if you don't teach a kid how to use a pair of scissors and they choose to cut themselves or their hair off, they still don't learn anything because all you do is tell them don't do it again.
But they learn from your reaction. So if you come up you said, your mom.
You want them to fear stuff though. You want them to just learn how to use things.
The human, it's an impossible conversation. We can keep going because the human mind is just crazy.
I do think parents need to do better with teaching their your children stuff and not just say no, no, no. Because you not letting them explore and learn with you is why they do things behind your back and cut their hair and shave the baby's head and cover the baby in peanut butter and blow up the baby powder. Like,
I honestly, if I walked in on my kids like cutting their hair, like I would dead ass just be like, damn.
Now you gotta be bald.
Yeah, I'd probably like, damn, you really did that? Damn.
They say that's abuse though. If a kid cuts their hair and you're like, well, I'm not gonna look crazy, so you will shave your head bald. They say that's abuse.
That's not abuse. You're not gonna look ridiculous, bro. It's probably gets more towards that abuse line when it's a punishment. When you phrase it as a punishment instead of, look, you look crazy. You can't walk out the house like that. Like that's not normal or acceptable in society. Not you did this. I'm gonna.
I would cry like a little baby if my daughter like cut her hair off. Like, this is why you have all these dolls. Like, murder your dolls, not your hair.
Don't do that, because then you raise a serial killer.
True. Well, we kept going with that question of why am I stupid or whatever. So our next segment is a little game, and I will be answering too. So we both get to answer. And I tried not to look at the answers and just screenshot them. So it's, are you smarter than a 5th grader?
I love these shits, bro.
You do?
Yes.
And I kind of picked easy ones just so we can, they're kind of easy.
Because I love finding out, like, the people that aren't.
They're really stupid easy. Okay, first question. How many states are in the United States?
It's 50 states.
50, yeah. Okay, we have to say it at the same time, just so...
Okay.
Because that's both of our answers. We didn't confirm it.
I said that really quietly because I wasn't sure at first. I was like, 50 states.
So we can do the question, 3, 2, 1, answer.
Okay.
And then at the end, look at what the answers are. Number 2, what are the 3 branches of government? Wait, give me a second.
Yeah.
What's the third one? You have all 3?
Yes.
What's the last one?
Go ahead, you can start.
Wait, I'm trying to have it come to me.
Which ones do you have in mind?
Legislative. Judicial.
You got the easiest. That's literally the easiest one.
I don't even know what it starts with. I can't even think of it. E.
If you think of a company, you're thinking of a company executive.
Executive.
There you go.
I was like, what's the last one?
Damn, I saw the wheels turning.
I was like, I know those 2. What's the last one?
This shit was chugging in there.
I was thinking Democratic.
Oh
I was like, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Next one. What's the longest river in the world? 3, 2, 1.
The Nile.
Good. What's the largest mammal in the world? Think about it.
I know. That's easy. That's easy.
I'll just think of the biggest animal in my head. 3, 2, 1.
Blue
elephant.
whale. Whales are mammals, babe. Whales are mammals.
That wasn't even in
she
my
said
head.
Elephant.
I wasn't even thinking of a whale.
Elephants were, evolved from a whale species. I
would have said a woolly mammoth. Last one. Which planet is the red planet? 3. Yes.
Mars. My bad.
Okay, so
my God.
Going back to the answers, how many states are in the U.S.? 50.
Thank God.
We both got that right. Branches of the government: legislative, executive, and judicial. We both got that right.
Now, which one's the president?
Huh?
Which one's the president?
The next one. What's the longest river in the world? The Nile. We both got that right. Blue whale.
It was a blue whale.
A red planet?
That's hilarious.
Mars.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Oh my God.
Lord of mercy. Got me, my cheeks hurting. We laughing so much.
Now
you got a story for us.
Exactly. No more funny business. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my stepsister that I don't give a fuck about her and her baby?
Damn.
That's just crazy.
That's harsh.
I could just, like, look, I don't give a fuck about you or your baby, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
you're not even family. Like, you made sure to say stepsister.
Oh my God, that's exactly where this is going
now. That's my half-brother. Half-brother? Just say it's your brother. Like.
Okay. Oh, my 16-year-old stepsister, Jenna. 16. And her baby, damn!
Like, I was like...
But I forgot the baby part. God damn.
Jeez. I would say that, too. Am I taking responsibility for you?
My stepsister, Jenna, has a 3-month-old son. My mom watches him all day while she's at school, but Jenna has to stay home pretty much all the time when she's not at school because my mom won't watch him more than she has to. Reasonable. That's your responsibility.
I'm sorry. I don't understand parents who, like, as punishment, make their daughters keep the babies. I know that's a very controversial topic, but I know I would be the one taking care of it. So it's like, that's not happening in my house.
I feel like some people don't look at it as punishment that they have to keep the baby, but it's just like, some people are against abortion.
I guess, but it's just so much more affordable to do it because if I'm already feeding all of your mouths, a baby is way more expensive than all of us combined. Like, no, I'm not taking care of your baby. Unless your man can afford to move you out and like pay for that stuff, like, I just know I'm not going to be able to work because I have to watch your baby or I have to pay for a babysitter.
I just feel like men don't have I don't get involved in that conversation just in the slightest because it's just like not my wheelhouse. Like I don't got to worry about it. I'm not giving birth.
I just know as a parent, I wouldn't take that route because who's gonna watch the baby? That's a question. Not me. Like they in school. Who's gonna watch it? I'm not watching your
baby.
No.
I've had to take care of him a lot. I'm taking very rigorous classes and am involved in a lot of extracurriculars, so I have very little free time. So I'm not wasting it on your damn 3-month-old son.
Exactly. They in school too. They like, come on, man.
I wonder how old the author is. Like, I'd love to know too. Most days I don't get home until 6, and then Jenna asks me to watch him for a bit before dinner. So I usually don't get to start doing my homework until after dinner at like 8.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is not my problem.
No, bro. I don't think I've gotten more than 5 hours of sleep on a school night in weeks.
Damn.
When I do have time to sleep, I get woken up every hour by a crying baby.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm on track to be valedictorian, and my grades are suffering because of... This is an instance where... Oh, there's just no way you're about to be valedictorian and your sister is 16 in school and pregnant. Like, that
is just so, like, typical, though. You have the star sister and the other one who's like, fuck my life because my sister is the golden child, you know?
That's so awful.
Like, if I was a sister, the most I would do is, like, let you have some of my weekend. But if it's just, like, schools is important. Because one of y'all ain't graduating with honors at this point. Like, one of y'all ain't going to get honors. So you might as well make sure that you can have your college future set up. And she has to just pick up the pieces. I can help you on the weekends, but I need to do my homework, boo-boo.
You can really see which one got, like, the attention and all the love and everything like that out of the two of them, bro.
Right. Like, it's just natural for one sibling to really care about their academics and the other ones to not. Like, it's not, I don't think per se it's, you were like the meh child. It's just the fact that this one cared about her academics and her parents praised that because, like, is praisable, you know? Like,
or you know what? She might just be the child.
Gosh.
In one of your friends' circumstances, predicaments, this sounds like they got a child. It sounds like they got a couple of them. Crazy, bro. Like, that is, I'm so like, looking at them from an outside, like, their family unit looks crazy because of that polar opposites. Like,
shut up.
It's just, the family has to have symmetry, bro.
But it's hard to have, I mean, I guess it starts from childhood. You should praise your kids for like doing homework, treats, or like, you know, go out if they get good grades. You have to make a kid care about academics. I know at a young age I did not give a shit.
Moving forward, I really hope he explains like how old he is, who's like he said stepsister, so who's like related to who?
Oh yeah, you're right. We have to get into it.
I hope he dived into that. My dad never found the milk, so there's nowhere else I can go.
So his dad left.
That's exactly. I read that.
That's so weird.
I read that and I saw it. I was reading it in my head and I was like,
what
never
a weird
found
way
the
to
milk.
say that.
Like facts. He said my dad's still waiting in that gas station line.
Right.
You know. I'm stuck here.
Damn.
I decided I'm done watching her baby, so now I just go to the library or a friend's house after school and don't come home until 9.
Not wanting to be at home.
That's, you know, it's, you gotta do what you gotta do. And that's a very smart way to handle it.
I understand because, like, my parents have been nice enough throughout the years to let certain people stay with us, like, sometimes, like, for a few months or a year, and that'd be the most miserable times of my childhood. Like, having someone else and their babies, just, like, you have no space. And it's like, I understand how that feels.
It's like he's not even home in his own house and shit like that. Like he's still working, like uncomfortable. I understand completely. On weekends, I leave the house as early as possible and come home at night. He's not even spending time at home. Jenna said that she needs me to stay at home a little more.
You don't need shit from me.
Because she can't watch a baby without any help all day. I told her that
it's yours. You have to learn those skills.
I told her she chose to have that baby and it's her responsibility.
Because what do you think? I'm going to be raising your kid with you? I ain't your man.
She said that her mental health is suffering because she can't go out much since I stopped watching him, and I needed to help her because we're sisters. Oh, so this is a girl as well.
But no offense, no one is supposed to be there to take. I mean, obviously, if you have a husband or like you're with someone,
precisely.
But
like,
no one else.
You don't get pregnant expecting other people
to take the load off of you.
You don't get pregnant and then proceed to expect people to think they're pregnant too. Like,
and you don't expect people to stop living their lives so you can live yours. You chose.
No.
I'm not saying like you chose to get pregnant. Like, I'm not in that conversation. I'm just saying you chose to be, you know, a loving mother. So you have to take that by yourself. If you knew the guy wasn't going to be a part of it, you know, there are other options, but we're not going to go into the abortion, adoption. We're not getting into that, but it's not fair to expect someone else to take your responsibility. That's you, boo-boo.
I said that I don't give a fuck about her and her baby if she doesn't want to watch him, and then she can get a job to pay for a babysitter. She's mad at me now, and she told my mom. My mom said she can't make me do anything, so she's disappointed that I'm so selfish, and she can't believe she raised an uncaring brat like me.
Believe it.
Am I the asshole?
No.
Edit. The baby's dad's parents. So not even the baby's dad, the baby's dad's parents. Pay child support, but they don't want to be.
He's 16.
They don't want to be in his life, so they don't want like the baby to associate with them. They're just doing what they have to,
because if the court makes you pay child support, you don't have to be a father figure. Just pay the child support and live your life. I mean, that's, you know, kind of sucks, but, you know.
The dad goes to another school, so they have pretty much zero contact. We live in California, so abortion is easy to access, but Jenna chose not to abort even though her parents encouraged her to. Her mom lives 3 hours away, and her dad doesn't watch the kid because that's woman's work.
Well, nobody wanted the kid but you, it sounds like.
Edit 2. It was wrong of me to say that I don't give a fuck about the kid.
But you have to express it. Like, there's no nice way to express how I feel if you keep pushing me.
I do care for him. I just don't want to spend my free time watching him. You know
you
what?
don't want to raise him.
Exactly.
You're not a mom.
You're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. You're simply not the asshole because you're just being real. Like, you're not You didn't choose to be a parent yet. You're not
16. What are you, a sophomore or junior? Like
on track to be valedictorian. She has to at least be a senior, I guess. If you're even in, like
yeah, I'm talking about the girl. Because if you have a baby at 16, you were pregnant at 15. So as a freshman,
depending on
sophomore,
when you did it, yeah, exactly. Freshman or sophomore, yeah.
When you got pregnant and you knew the stakes, you knew what was gonna happen. Your parents gave you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, girl, you had your ticket out and you didn't take it.
Everybody told you not to, and you did it anyways, and now you're wanting us to sacrifice our shit for you, which is just not going to fly.
If you have a baby, if my friends or anyone had a baby, it's my choice to choose to be around your baby. It's my choice to be an aunt, a godparent, or whatever. But that doesn't mean come take the load off of you. It doesn't mean you can tell me when to come babysit and stuff. If I swing by, yeah, of course I'll help you. I don't hate your baby. I don't hate you. I'm just saying it's not my responsibility. I shouldn't be forced to do anything. It's not, oh, you're not supportive. No, that you don't know what support is. You yourself don't even know what being a good person is, because you wouldn't put that load on someone, making them have an internal battle of, am I a bad person? Like,
and if you want me to be living like that, then raising your baby is going to be my full-time job. Like, you're going to be paying me to be here and do this shit. Like, you'll pay me to do this. And
if
you know what?
No offense, but if you want to have a baby at 16 and you're in school, you
ain't paying me nothing. You 16. Get out my fucking face.
Yeah, but if you want to have a baby in high school and you're only 16, don't expect to be in extracurriculars and go on field trips and spend your weekends out or go out at night, go to football games. Like, you have a baby. If until you're realistic with yourself, you'll be able to have a routine. But you're talking about, I can't go out because you're out.
No, it's
you're not supposed to go out.
Yeah,
you got a baby.
Yeah, you're like, you going out doesn't exist for you anymore. Like,
unless you pay for a babysitter. Like, there are ways to be a great parent and still live your life. But if you're that young, is what I'm saying. Like,
it's not happening.
Exactly.
It's not happening.
Like, everyone else in your house have lives.
You're probably not even going to prom because of that shit.
Right. Because it's like you can, but you don't have the funds to do so. So that's just your scenario. Shit. What you think?
I think that would be like a girls' night prom, because ain't
your friends,
ain't nobody gonna ask her to go to prom.
Your friends ain't gonna miss prom for you. Like, that's on you.
Potentially missing graduation too. Like, you just put yourself in the hardest of positions by choice. By choice. Tough.
Right. Like, because the only thing is your parents gave you the option. The boy wanted nothing to do with you. That's why I'm just like, you had all these opportunities. Life was beating you down. Like, look, he don't want to be with you. He's not going to help you. He's only going to pay. Wait, he's paying child support. But, the parents are using it for the baby stuff. Like, like, it sounds like you have a single parent. Like, you really messed up everyone because you have a single parent. It's already hard enough paying for both of your lives. You have a baby too.
That shit's just ugly. That shit is just ridiculous. And what?
You're not the asshole.
At all.
I just can't believe your mom would even go that low to make you feel bad. She should understand. She should be firmer with her daughter, because clearly you should have been in the first place, and she wouldn't have gotten pregnant.
Yikes, man. Yikes.
Now I got a story for us. I broke up with my boyfriend. She's 18. Who is 20, my boyfriend, I'm her boyfriend, because his family kept saying racial slurs.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Me and my boyfriend have been together for about a year. I'm Mexican and Native American, and I've never dated anyone who wasn't Native or Mexican until a year ago when I met my boyfriend, who is white. He's the complete opposite of me and is a total redneck. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
That's your first mistake?
Redneck.
That's your first mistake? Like, because even if the person is nice and everything, like, you gotta...
You just, cultures... Cause,
you gotta identify the culture, bro. Like, these... Like, I don't give a...
Like, white people who lived in your city, like, because there are some white people who accept you because they've changed, but their whole family is racist.
I don't understand where she thought that was a good idea. Because how are
redneck out of all white people?
Like that's like when
slave owners.
when I see people of color with somebody that's like repping a Confederate flag, I'm just sitting there like, what's happening here? Like, what's going on here?
I'm not gonna say it.
What like what's going on, bro? But like, you set yourself up first and foremost. Let's continue.
Like with a white person with like a flag on their hat or like a "Make America Great Again," it's like,
oh my lordy, bro.
You know, to each they own, but you got something going on in there. He's a redneck, which intrigued me because I always wanted to date someone out of my comfort zone. Why did you want to suffer?
What does that mean?
You want to suffer?
Literally, I want someone that makes me unhappy, you know?
Right? Someone who just keeps me on my toes. Like, you could have just dated a regular white person.
She said it intrigued me. I want to see how bad you can treat me.
Right? She sought after that.
Oh,
that's crazy.
My God.
Oh, God. He's also a Trump supporter and a Republican. She honestly didn't even like this guy. Like
this can't even be real at this point
anymore. He swept me off my feet.
This can't be real. He said, I'm going to find the most heinous person to find, and I'm gonna try and be with them.
And now you're telling us he calls you racial slurs, or his family does?
Bro, like you just like it's just like, not to say that every person that likes Trump or is a redneck is racist and everything like that, but if you go into if you just look at their parents simply and just how they communicate, there are some odd occurrences when the parents are cool. Racist. When the parents are cool, they're not racist. But then if you look at their parents, there's just
because some families are progressive, but through the generations, some of them don't change.
No, you go back 1 or 2 generations, you're more than likely gonna find racism.
The grandmas are gonna be calling you some names.
It's hard not to, bro. It's hard, like it's hard not to find that. Because, like, you just gotta look at the culture, who these people were centuries ago. It's why would you do that?
Exactly. I honestly never cared about this because at the time, he treated me good and was very kind to me. I don't care about a person's political views because it had nothing to do with our relationship and how good he was to me. That part.
Political views really like
they don't matter too much, but it does at some point. If he's like, take Black history out of the textbooks,
political views don't matter until it's talking about how to treat another people. Like if you're saying like political views, Democrats want to lower taxes by 15% across the board, cool. But if your political views fall into like no Mexicans allowed past this border, no like deport all these infants and like that's where we draw the line. Like no, that's no longer a political view.
I don't like he treated me good at the time. Oh, so you don't know more?
But that's like also like, who cares if he's treating you good? You don't want to be treated good by a bad person. Exactly. It's just like, you're one of the good ones.
Right?
Good job.
I'm dead. I teach him Spanish and how to cook Mexican dishes, and I thought about how fun it was to share my culture with him. A couple months in, I met his family, and they were very welcoming at first, and treated me well. It wasn't much of a difference when meeting my ex-partner's families. I got along well with them and even became best friends with his sister. Me and her got very close. A few months later, I started to notice that whenever we would hang out with them, they would constantly talk about politics, which made me very uncomfortable because I share different views. My boyfriend would obviously agree, but I never said anything about it. And this one time honestly startled me and made me really question it all and what basically started it all. We were watching the news about immigrants from Mexico and the border. His mom just comfortably blurted out the W slur.
Why? It's I'll blurt it out.
Oh no!
I never understood that racial term just because of, I'll probably be cutting all of this out anyways.
Right.
Because I don't understand, like, I would imagine, like, Cubans would be called that because they're crossing the water. You know?
Racist people are dumb. That's it. Racism is dumb. So
it is.
I don't want to say the word, but you know what it means towards a Hispanic. And after this, it kept on happening from different family members whenever talking about political topics, and it really made me uncomfortable. I noticed that a lot of racist people, they accept other people from different cultures as long as they're like a different person from their culture. If they're like, I hate black people, they want to be that black person.
I was going to say, like, colonizers love taking in the culture, but then like demonizing it at the same time. They love taking what they can and then like, nope, nothing else.
Because some people who don't have confidence in themselves or their own culture will date someone who talks bad about their culture and stuff, and they're like, yeah, I don't understand it. Yeah, I hate those people. They're so loud. They're so ghetto. And you're like,
yeah,
what's wrong with you?
Nah, bro, it's crazy.
I finally brought it up to my boyfriend, and he brushed it off and said that it wasn't a big deal and that he was going to stop hanging out with his family because of it. Okay. But I mean, you still should tell them it's wrong.
Why would you say it's not a big deal, though?
Oh, no biggie. We'll just stop hanging around them. Okay, but they're still going to be sad.
Saying it, yeah.
Like, but I just wanted him to tell them how offensive it was because my parents were born in Mexico, and they know that. He didn't care about how I felt, and it kept happening. I was too scared to speak up and say anything. I can imagine because all these white people are like saying this shit, and you don't feel safe because you're a man. You would feel more comfortable speaking out if your man made you feel comfortable.
Not even, bro. Like,
it's scary.
It's why like there are way too many occurrences when like it's like a white group of friends with like one black friend, and like they do something, and then the one black friend ends up dead. Mysteriously, and it's just like, what the fuck happened?
They all went to the lake and she drowned.
Like it's like they allow people to feel comfortable for a second, and then they turn around and do shit. So it's literally
to
like
cover their tracks. The one thing a racist person hates is being called racist, which is hilarious.
But you know what? There's a video, like, the most racist town in America. I forget what it's called. But, like, this black guy, he goes in there and he interviews, like, this one, like, old man. And the man, like, it's said to be the most racist town in America.
Told him to leave.
But he's not even racist. He just seems genuine. He's just, like, he doesn't talk about...
They don't like black people. Look, get out of here, because they're very aggressive around here. You need to leave.
Yeah, the guy I'm talking about, he was saying, like, he doesn't have a problem with black people. He just has a problem with black people, like, being excessively loud and shit like that. You know, being excessively black.
Look at how it comes back around.
But he would just be mad, like, when people are, like, you know, blasting music, being, you know, like, being actual hoodlums. Like, actual hoodlums. But, like, when you hear him talk, he doesn't come off as a racist. It's like, damn, this guy's just honest. Like, he'll just tell you how it is. And at that point, it's not, I don't find it racism. Like, I think that's the line where it draws, like, principle is still good. I think that's the line where it draws, like, principle versus, or preference to racism. I think that fine line between it's just like, I don't care. I'm going to treat you no matter who you are. If you're doing something I don't like, I just don't like it. Type B. Yeah.
I finally got tired of it and decided that it was too much and I couldn't put up with it anymore. I told him that I was done and that if he didn't respect me or my culture, then it was best that we shouldn't be together. He got angry and called me soft for not taking the joke.
What?
But I didn't want to hear any more of what he had to say. You're soft if you don't like a little bit of racism. Like, what?
I mean, it's hard to say anything because, like, what did she think was going to happen?
She immediately told us I wanted a challenge. I wanted a redneck,
Republican.
So it's like, you got what you wanted. Surprise. Why are you shocked? I want to fix things. What? No, you don't. You ended up being with this guy for an experiment and now you want to stay with him? But at the same time, I know that if I tell him I'm uncomfortable with something, how am I supposed to believe he'll reassure me in the future? What future? Do you actually want your family would be so disappointed in you to know you were fighting for a racist man?
But you know
when you're
what?
Mexican, Native American, like you have so much culture in you.
More often than not, and
they want to please bad people.
It's not even just that. It's more often than not that I've seen, at least where I grew up in, like, you know, it was heavily like it was a very country area where I grew up in.
Yeah.
And there were like a lot of Mexican people, there were a lot of black people, and a lot of redneck people and shit like that. It was very often that you would find the Mexican person that is light-skinned enough that, you know, comes off with a lot of European features and shit like that, that's in cool with the white people that are insulting.
There's a name in my head. A girl who was like, "Oh, I have black friends. It's okay to be racist."
Like,
and then you're like, "Girl, you white?" And she's like, "I'm Mexican. I'm a Mexican."
My boy back in high school, bro, like him and his family was crazy about Trump. They're Mexican, like through and through, bro.
Mexicans for Trump.
It's literally one of those things where it's like, oh, fucking Attack on Titan with the Eldians. Oh, we're the good Eldians. We gotta show the world that we're the good ones that deserve to live.
Like, I don't understand why so many cultures try to please white people when they're the abnormality.
It's colonizer mentality. Like, you got to, and when you look like them, when you want to be like them,
they want to be accepted by them because they think they run stuff. But if we just all stuck together to just make everything actually equal, then it doesn't matter. Because, like, they were the theory of them trying to stop Roe v. Wade and stop abortion, or whatever the fuck it was because not enough white people are being born. They were hoping the pandemic would cause a lot more white babies to boom, but now we have cultures mixing. So there won't be lots of white faces in like let's say a decade from now. It's gonna be a lot of light-skinned people.
Anytime
white faces are disappearing, the racist people are getting really old. They're trying to keep it going, but they're not creating as much as we are.
What show was it? I forgot the name of the show. It was White People Please. Damn it! It was some light-skinned chick that was basically like in college, and she had
Dear White People.
Dear White People. There you go. That show is hilarious because the one like super, what are they called? Oh my god, he was like He basically listened to like the Egyptian like how black people were kings type shit, like we came from kings. He was one of those guys. I forgot the term they used for it. Hotem, because they're like mad like Egypt, we were kings type shit. And he called the main character a African American. And like when I first heard that, I was like, yo, that's the funniest. That's the funniest like how, like I wouldn't even take that as an insult. I would look at you like, yo, that's the dumbest shit I could have ever heard.
That's really funny though.
It is. That show was ridiculous.
And then, okay, that's pretty much the end of the story. I'll never know, but as of now, I feel like I made the right choice. Should I forgive him, and we both move on? How should I handle this?
I completely forgot we were talking about this, girl.
I know.
Golly.
And it's just simply, girl, you don't need to be procreating with racist people because your kid is going to have so much trauma. Like, please just move on with your life. You don't have to date a Mexican or a Native American, and you definitely don't have to date a redneck. Like, just date. Who makes your heart feel
good.
Just talk to people, go to school, and somebody you might think is really nice, and you start thinking they cute. All right, date that person.
Yeah, like racism isn't human nature.
Don't date off of race. Period.
It's the absence of human nature, the refusal of it, and everything like that. It's awful. It's hilarious to think that she started this by saying like, "Yep, we're conducting a social experiment."
And then she's like, "My heart
is
broken.
Like,
I can't believe he doesn't care about my feelings." Because I promise you, if you were white, he would care about your feelings. He does not care about you. He's just like, "All right, I get to see I dated a Mexican."
She said, "I can fix him."
Yikes.
I'm dead.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was so fun. I loved it.
This is going to be an extra long one from the sound
right?
of it.
So y'all better subscribe because you don't want to miss the next episode. Go ahead, like and subscribe, share it to your friends, and leave a comment on what you think, your favorite thoughts.
Your favorite moments. What do you want to talk about in the comments?
Your answers to the little trivia.
I'm dead.
You know, yeah. And join the family. All right.
And we'll catch y'all on the next one, y'all.
Yeah, we will. Bye.
Bye.